Hi. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hello there.
No.
So we're starting today's vlog at 11:30 p.m. in the evening. Today's been a weird day. Very briefly, we had lots of random bits to do. Jan had shopping. He went and got food shopping because we're going to Ascot right now. We're gonna have a Christmas day with his family tomorrow. So that's the plan at the moment. I thought we could do a question and answer with Jan because who wouldn't want to hear that?
Expect pure enlightenment.
Are you ready, Jan? Right. What's your name?
Yeah.
Where do you come from? Where do you go?
Where do you come from? God, no, Joe. I don't even know
Number
that
2. Where have you lived in your life, country-wise?
song. Ah, well, this gets interesting. Born in France.
Yep.
Yeah, so something like France, Netherlands, Switzerland, Norway, America, UK. I think that's generally where I lived.
Well, there you go. Moving on. Next question. So, if you could have an animal, a pet, any animal that could be domesticated, what would you have?
I don't know, I'd possibly say a bear, but the trouble is people do try to domesticate bears and it doesn't go so well.
No, right, just imagine that, okay, fine. Imagine all these animals are the size of a cat.
Oh, a micro bear!
So you have a micro bear.
A micro bear!
Okay.
Yeah, I think that.
Cool.
I'd love to know what other people think of that one. If you could have a micro version of any animal, yeah, what would it be?
Right, next question. Where would you most like to live in the world?
Well, it depends on what terms. I mean, realistically, Japan.
Yeah.
But if it could be anywhere,
Yeah.
it would be somewhere like Bora Bora with high-speed internet.
Right. So, if you could do anything like an adrenaline sport or activity, what would you do? Right now, like tomorrow, say.
So, okay, if you answer that question, how good am I at that? Am I given expert skill in that adrenaline sport, or is it something that I just do as myself right now?
Probably something you just do right now, so it might be the first time you're doing it and you're in your current like fitness state and stuff like that.
Heli skiing.
Heli skiing?
Heli skiing, yeah. Which is where they take you up in a helicopter to the top of a piste.
Yeah.
None of it's marked, so there's danger of avalanche.
Okay, so heli skiing. And then if you could be sort of like an expert, so you could do something expert like straight away, what would you do?
I'd love to dive, I think.
Yeah? What, scuba diving?
Yeah, so being able to dive, if I really knew what I was doing, I could go to some incredible places.
Yeah.
And that's what I'd do.
Cool. Do you want to know what I'd do?
Yeah.
If I could do something like expert, I would climb.
That's the one, yeah.
I would do climbing, like sort of free climbing. I've always wanted to do climbing, so I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen. I guess if I could do something sort of first time, I'd actually really like to do a skydive.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll do that someday.
Yeah.
Especially charity, that would be quite a cool way of doing it.
Yeah. Okay, so if you could replay like 2 memories, sort of like go back in time and be in the moment again, what 2 would you pick?
The more recent, I'd probably have to say something like Mirabella in Rome.
Yeah.
But generally Rome is just fantastic, I'd love to relive that.
Yeah.
And actually going beyond, it's I guess also quite sweet. It would be one of the days we spent with my grandmother.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that.
Because and I was quite young then.
So you don't remember it clearly enough?
No, exactly.
If I could go back to something that I don't really remember, I'd quite like to go back to like a family Christmas when I was quite young, with all of like our family and grandparents and stuff, and just, I don't know, yeah, I think I'd quite like to do that. So that, and then a more recent memory I'd like to go back to, it would probably be going back to Japan and reliving about 99% of our trip. Good. And there was little moments like we're walking through Tokyo and we got completely lost and we were just in side streets. I wish we had the camera then and we had filmed the sounds, because I remember there was like people talking and there was like a little old lady sitting outside like her house chatting to someone that was like walking past so that she knew, and just little moments like that where you sort of capture things. And know we don't have a photo from that either because we were lost, and I think at the time I was annoyed that we were lost, but actually it was an amazing like moment because I remember standing there and I think Jan was looking at the map trying to figure out what we were doing, and I was sort of just looking around at how, I don't know, it's an amazing culture and it's so different to ours, and when you also can't understand anything of the language, it's quite sort of magical, I guess, because you're just in this sort of surreal world. Blissful, it is blissful. But we're going to learn the language and we're going to go there again. So then it'll be different, it'll be interesting. But yeah, I think that's mine. If you could be a superhero, but for something sort of random, not like, oh, I'm going to fly and rescue you from a train or something, what would it be? Like sort of a realistic superhero, I guess. For example, I'm pretty sure I heard this in a podcast, but for example, like Wi-Fi man. Wow. And everywhere he went there was Wi-Fi, or phone charger man, where you just go there and he's got loads of leads coming off him and everyone can charge their phone.
Well, maybe it's just the ability to change anyone or anything around you into a cat-sized domesticated pet.
Yep. Yeah, because if someone's really annoying you, it could be a temporary thing, like it could be maximum 5 minutes, but you just zap them into like a mini hippo.
And what level of intelligence?
And they're like, rawr, and they can't really do anything. So that it's not too stressful for the person, you just turn into a little hippo and then you come back and you're like, wait, what just happened? I think that's what you'd have to do. So we have nearly arrived at our destination. And thank you so much for watching our question and answer video featuring Jan and me. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, then give it a thumbs up and tell us if you want to do more, and tell us if you have some questions, because it was actually really hard to come up with questions. Like really hard to come up with questions, considering all we do is talk. Yeah, when you need to talk you can't think of anything. But anyway, I hope you've had a lovely day. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog, and we shall catch up with you tomorrow when we will be having our Jan family Christmas day, which should be good. Jan, will you speak to them soon?
Speak to you soon.
Yeah.